Check, check. Check, check, check. I'm trying to pay attention. Work with me. I don't know what I got going on here. Got a whole bunch going on here. Work with me. Now, there it is. Are we live yet? Okay, we live. I think we live. Make sure y'all can hear me. So we want to be bucking eyes tonight. Is that right? Is that right? We want to buck some eyes tonight. Is that right? Hold up, let me get my desk together. I've been working, man. Y'all didn't be talking about my stuff, man. Let me wipe his off. Somebody start talking about some stuff. Y'all gotta wait your time. BPT. Listen, people don't understand, man. Listen, I'm busy. You know what I mean?
Hurry up and buy.
What? Ho. I got a lot going on. You know what I mean? I got a little baby. I got a 4-year-old driving crazy. I try to tell you, family, I be getting it in. You know what I mean? But I want to give y'all a good demonstration. You know what I mean? I want to give y'all a good demonstration. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me how I sound? Do I sound all right? I want to give y'all a good demonstration, so I got to do research. You know what I'm saying? I got to do research. I got to make sure that I give y'all the best that I got. I got to do my Whitney. You know what I mean? Giving you the best that I got. To make sure I got all my dials in control. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I got to give you the best that I got. You know what I mean? I can't give you no jack leg show. You know what I mean? Loud and loud. Is it too loud? Let me see. I'll turn down this a little bit. I can't give y'all no jack leg show. That ain't good. You know what I mean? Anyway, how y'all doing today, family? Family, today is a practice show. I'm going to give you today is a practice show. What that means is that it's a topic that I think about. You ever have something that you just think about and you like, that's pretty odd. So that's what today is. Let me see if I might cut that light right there. Let me see something. See how that do. Let's cut that light right there. See how that do. I don't need that light. Do I need that light? See how it look. I don't need that light. I don't think I need that light. What y'all think? I need that light? I don't think I need that light. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's too much light. I got too much light going on. I might blind you. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. So I got a lot going on, man. I got a lot going on. You know what I mean? It's like we got, hey, listen, Crip, this the family show. I got the family helping me out here. Everybody got to help. To make this work. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody got to help to make this work. That's right. But anyway, family, you ever just think about something and you be like, man, that's kind of crazy. And family, this one took me on a mission. Family. I think we got to go ahead and start this show, man.
Come on, man.
All right, I'm going to stop talking. I'm coming, Pussy. I'm coming. I just think we got to start the show and get right to it, family. This show is going to be about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So if you have some kombucha or other extraordinary things that you do, go ahead and grab it now, because I'm about to start the show, and you don't want to go ahead and be interrupted while you...
Come on now, dog.
Boosie, hold up, man. Let me just finish real quick. You just tripping, man. You don't want to interrupt the presentation because you're trying to go and get some elevation or whatever you do. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
That don't make no sense. It just don't make any kind of sense. All right. Family, have y'all studied John the Conqueror route yet? Anybody looked it up since I brought it to light? I got more research on what he's doing now. I got a lot of more research on what he's doing now because a couple people, why is always the brothers that be buying this stuff, man? I ain't seen too many sisters post much yet, but the brothers, man, man, the brothers, man, the brothers, man. The brothers, man, the brothers in love with some Tariq Nasheed. And they say, why you making these videos? You really like Tariq Nasheed? Y'all be, they be buying this joke, man. They really do, man. They be buying this joke. But anyway, family, let's go ahead and start the show, man. I ain't worried about y'all. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. Cause I know y'all gonna talk about me. Look at this table dirty. I know what y'all gonna do. I ain't gonna let y'all do that. I ain't gonna let y'all throw up that. I'm like my table. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you's a friend of mine. I'm doing house clean. Watch my enemies. Y'all ain't gonna talk about me. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi. I ain't gonna get enough time. Told you wasn't black. I was wiping my table. Straight back, you tripping off trucks. You need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European, how to y'all wanna make a video on my dirty messy table. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell now, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing milk, weed and syrup. Yeah, I know what you gonna try to do. Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. Oh, well, love for the woman look like your mother. I got to say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'm still getting ready. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. You super scholars holler. This era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. While I'm working for the people. Now tell me what's the purpose. Ain't your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for dough. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast estate. I want my town, my sheriff, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you killing, fighting, marry out of your race. If you ain't for Moorish world, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moorish world, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. Listen, I be that more you gon' remember. The members is actually gonna be getting the music break first. That's what I figured I'd do. For all the members, Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. Broski. Family, welcome to another edition of Morris Road TV. I'm your host, Brother Tariq Nasheed. How do I sound? Do my mic sound right? What up, Stephen X family? I want to take you to a journey right now, family. That it's a shame that I got to do this, but I'm really giving you a reminder. But for those, listen, I was in a meeting today, and for the More Science Tip of America. And I was like, the benefit of having a little bit of age and a little bit of experience, you get to go back, trace yourself back, and you know what really happened. You know what I mean? What's up? You get to trace yourself back and you know what really happened. And so some of the younger generations don't get the benefit of knowing what really happened. And some of us don't remind them exactly how we get to this point. So for the trolls that always say, why you keep doing the videos about Tariq? Why you keep doing the videos about Tariq? Even if you don't even care about the topic and you're saying that, you're crazy. Here is why. There's millions of channels on YouTube that you can go and watch besides me and make a silly, goofy comment. I'm going to say it one more time and I'll say it a million more. The reason why I do so many videos about Tariq Nasheed is because since 2010 and beyond, Tariq Nasheed has used this medium to grift, manipulate, play, and use people. And so I figured that with all of this information that he has on the internet, none of it is right and exact. None of it has been thoroughly vetted. I figured that since he came after me, that I would vet all the information. Now, here is the caveat to that. Because I understand social media, I understand it very well. Now, this is an intelligent thing that I'm doing here. I know you probably think it's trolling and you thinking this is for those that don't understand, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it so you can understand. I know you probably think it's trolling. I know you probably think that it's clickbait. I know you probably thinking a lot of weird stuff, but let me explain something to you. When you're really fighting a revolution, intellectual or even physical, the race is never to the swift, it's for those who endure. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said is that the more information that I put out that people can identify the grift, the more chances the better the chances that there'll be no new people grift. You know what I'm saying? Now the old people going to get mad, but there won't be a birth of a new. See, listen, those that was buying MacBooks, the only one that buy the MacBook and all of that is the guy Adam. Very few people from the MacBook situation carry over into the hidden color situation. And then some from the hidden color situation, they will carry over into the FBA situation. But here it is. The reason why they carry over to the FBA situation and backwards into the hidden colors and from the Mac situation and from the fake rap situation, because no one called them out. Do you feel what I'm saying? No one called them out. And so they had the ability to acquire new audience. You know what I mean? They had the ability to acquire new audience. For the guy, boom, he says, but you could spend more time educating people about these wild laws. No. Stop breaking the law and go get a lawyer if you do break the law. What I'm going to educate people about is people that look like you, preying on you to take advantage of you so they can benefit while you continue to suffer under the hand of oppression. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe you should teach people about law. I'm not an attorney. No, I'm not. I'm not fluent in taking you as a client. I'm not fluent enough to take you as a client. No, I'm not. That's not my lane. Find somebody else that's their lane, and then you go watch them about law. What I'm going to do, I'm going to educate people how to critically think and look at those that look like us and be able to decide if they are for us. That's what I'm going to do. That's my lane. I'm very good at it, Now, back to what I was saying, but shout out to my brother Boom. But back to what I was saying. The more information You know what I mean? The more information that I put out on these social media algorithms, you know what I'm saying, the more chances is it will not birth new people to be grifted by Tariq Nasheed. See, the only way that a Tariq Nasheed can survive is it got to give birth to new ignorant people. In other words, people that don't know have to not know that it's a grift in order for them to jump in. Because most of the time, more likely than not, over a short period of time, whether it's a year, 6 months, or a year and a half, people will figure out that, man, this ain't going nowhere. This is a grift. Every time I turn around, he's trying to sell me something. Every time, this is not going nowhere. And people will figure it out. Now, with all of these videos up here, what happens is new people that are coming in that don't know that it's a grift, when they Google his name, one of these videos is going to come up and they go like, oh, they might hear about hidden colors and be inspired and then be like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. Now, they don't have to take my word for it, but what it will do is it will give them an alternative to just jump all the way in face first. I mean, it'll give them a break, a pause, and say, let me do my own research. You know what I'm saying? Let me do my own research. And that's what we want for our people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we want for our people. We want our people to critically think. Because the only way that we ended up in slavery, now, you know how people say, oh, the Moors put black people in slavery. No, they were Africans. They were Africans. Africans participated in the slave trade. The only way that our people could be enslaved, say it with me now, it was our people that was in cahoots. Can you press 7 if you agree with me? The European, his numbers are too small to come into a continent, whether it's the United States of America as we know it today, North America, or to go into Africa. His numbers is too small. So what's the common denominator that we have never addressed? The common denominator that we have never addressed is the role that we have played to continue and perpetuate our enslavement by somebody else by the way of us. We have never addressed it. We have never addressed that. We say it, but we never call it out in real time. Let me say it one more time. There is no way that they know that Martin Luther King is going to be at the Lorraine Hotel at a certain period of time, and they'll be able to hide around in the woods, in the trees, wait till he get up the balcony and pop off without somebody looking like us delivering the message to the opposition. There's no way that Malcolm X, there's no way that Fred Hampton can lay on that ground and have their blood on the ground without one of us. Therefore, it is time that we begin to change the focus. We've heard the white man, the devil, 1,000,001 times. We've heard the white man did this and did that. We've heard about white supremacy 1,000,001 times. But have we ever really pulled back the layers of the operatives that work with them against us? Have we ever? That's why we don't know what it looked like. Because we never really took the time in real time. We always find out after the fact. We never took the time to real time and say, hold up, that's moving real funny. Hold up, that don't look too good. Hold up. We always wait till a body come up. We always wait till somebody disappear. We always wait to that. And then we want to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Then we want to figure it out. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. We need to figure it out in real time. Listen to me. I'm gonna talk to you for a second. I mean, I was going through some videos and I was listening to Tariq Nasheed talking about ratchet this, ghetto this and ghetto that. And it dawned on me, when was the last time a Tariq Nasheed was in a community where ratchetness was happening in real time? Let me tell you something. I live and work in a community where what they talking about, I and many other people experience and see every day. Every single day. I'm talking about the broke down homes, and I'm talking about people, that is. I'm talking about the drug abuse. I'm talking about the prostitution. I was telling brothers and sisters the other day, I seen a sister just the other day on Garrison. If you're from Baltimore, you know what Garrison is. Garrison and Liberty Heights. And Liberty. I seen a sister butt ball naked in a lingerie, walking down the street high as a kite. And she had see-through lingerie, like a whole cat suit see-through, walking down the street. And I'm going to get started with the show. And it really had an impression on me because it shows me the level of detachment that our people have reached, right? But these people that talk about this stuff, they not there. They don't see that. They're not affected by that. This man lives in a gated community. He don't feel that. He had no empathy for that. Anyway, so I'm riding down the street, and she's literally, as I'm riding towards the light, she's literally butt naked. I'm like, this is crazy. Mind you, it's like people that's addicted to substance abusers. They're addicted. They're walking around like it's nothing. Walking around like it's nothing. A car pull up, and the guy tried to, I don't know if he was trying to get at the sister, but it seems to me that he was trying to get the sister out the street like, sis. But he wasn't saying sis. I couldn't understand what he was saying, but it seemed like, and she like pulled away from him. Then another sister came down the street, and she was mad. Oh my goodness. She was like, and I'm at the light now. She was like, mother, why are you out here naked? I said, oh my goodness. She cussing. I'm thinking she about to throw some hammers at her, right? Like, you mother, you dirty bee, you out here, da-da. And then as she walked away, her man grabbed her, and as she walked away, she was like, I hope they find you in a ditch. I was like, good goodness gracious. Now, on the other side of the street is a group of brothers that's just chilling right by the corner store. They watching it like it's an everyday occurrence. I say all this, everyday occurrence. I say all this to say, these people that's on the internet that talk about the plight of our people being ratchet, that talk about the plight of our people that are going through things, drugs abuse, substance abuse, alcoholism, poverty in the ghetto, they are not addressing these issues. They're not walking amongst our brothers and sisters that have met this fate and trying to pull them out. They up here on the internet. They up here on the internet talking about something they know nothing about, nothing that they never experienced before. And so when you see a brother like me, or you see other brothers or sisters that you can relate to that is trying to do something different, then you should support. You should support, because these people on the internet, they are not, and I say it once again, they are not having anything to do with that. They are not going to walk up in them communities. They're not going to do nothing, but they're going to grift the people and then call something the grassroots. That's just ridiculous to me. But at the end of the day, family, let's go ahead and get this show started. Now, I think we got to get it started. Man. And let me tell you something. I think we got to get this thing started right, because at the end of the day, this show tonight is why I wrote this song. Let's go.
We ain't no internet prophet. We ain't no internet prophet. No, all we social media actors. Let me tell you what I do, fam.
Check one.
Can y'all hear?
I created some internet profits and you need to stop it. For someone catch you on a block and cock it, or catch you at your lecture and rock your knocking. Yeah, you mad at me cause I'm exposing your robbing. See, I used to be a robber, I was robbing the thugs and the agents in the hood selling nasty grub. I was only 17 and I didn't know better. Put them things in their face and said, give me the cheddar. But it really amazed me, the age of 40, that people will use the things that would annoy me to rob our people like Bibles and Qurans. Take your money and then they gone. You selling plagiarized books and dreams of unity. Blame the European, but look what you do to me. Got me thinking we gon' overcome, but when you cut your camera off, you really one of them. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hood to the burbs with your unks, your crystals, your books, your herbs. You convinced everybody that it's white supremacy. The fact of the matter is you're the real enemy. You've been lying to the people fat in your pockets. You ain't nothing but an internet prophet. You gon' have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You robbed everybody from the hood to the birds with your own your books and herbs. Now they calling me the op cause I revealed the scam. They will shake your hand and still grip your fam and say Hotep.
Hurry up and buy.
Shalom, assalamu alaikum, praise the Lord in Islam. At the same time they plotting to get in your pocket. They will watch you with sunglasses, cups and watches, make a profit for the enemy they talk about. I can't understand why you ain't been walking out. You ain't know you slipping in life on Twitter like the pipe and it just ain't right. Bank account got light and you haven't seen the light. You burn on the stage and ain't change your plight. Incense burning, crystals turning. Think to yourself,
Hurry up and buy.
what you really saw. You gave him your all. He on a museum club and the internet mall, selling deodorant and hurry up and buy. He don't really care if you're broke.
Keep it a buck.
You just acting like you don't care either. This is pure evil. Have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good and well you can't sleep at night. You done robbed everybody from the hoods to birds. With your unks, your crystals, your books, your herbs. You convinced everybody that it's white supremacy. The fact of the matter is you're the real enemy. You've been lying to the people fat in your pocket. You ain't nothing but an internet prophet.
Hurry up and buy.
You don't have to watch it back for the rest of your life. I know good.
Hurry up and buy. 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 Hurry up and buy.
Life, I know good and well you can't sleep at night. Come on, you done robbed
Hurry up and buy.
from the hood to the burbs with your own
Hurry up and
crystals,
buy.
your books, your herbs. You convinced everybody that it's white.
Hurry up and buy.
The fact of the matter is you're the real enemy. You've been lying to the people fat in your pockets. You ain't
Keep it a
nothing but
buck.
an internet prophet.
Family, welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm your host, Brother Tariq Nasheed. Man, that song makes so much sense. But family, let's just get started right now. Because in reality, family, listen. In reality, a lot of what I'm going to show you, you already know. But I just want to put it into perspective so people that don't know will know. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I explained to it earlier. I explained it earlier what this is all about. You have people that are not old as us. You have people that has not been around as long as us. You have people, it's like when you look at Sinetta right now, he has a whole new audience right now. If they knew that Sinetta has no consciousness about him, they wouldn't be going there for their update on conscious information because it's all about entertainment. Let me start off with this, family. I want to give a shout out to my brother King Simon. And this is why I want to give a shout out to my brother King Simon. Brother King Simon. Y'all remember the other night I mentioned King Simon. He was up in there with Billy and he was smiling up a storm. And somebody, I said, look at him smiling like a Cheshire cat. He just a skinning and grinning. Look at that smile. So what happened was somebody in the chat was like, you know, Simon always smiled like that. And just like clockwork, Simon called me. And I can say me and King Simon got a good relationship. We got a brother relationship. He understands what I do here on Moorish World TV. He understands exactly what I do here on Moorish World TV. But one thing that I do like about King Simon is that if I do something he disapprove of, right, wrong, or indifference, King Simon will call me up. He got a direct line to me. He will call me up. And he called me up and said, you doing too much, bro. You doing too much. I say, brother, you was in there. You was smiling, brother. Come on, man. And he's like, that ain't my first time in a Rolls Royce. And he went on and we had a long conversation. Nevertheless, man, I want everybody to know that Simon is my bro. And Simon is my bro. I have no disdain, dislike, or anything for Brother Simon. If I offend him, I don't think I offended him. But, I will apologize if I offend him because I don't have any disdain for the brother. But he know I'm going to speak my mind and I'm going to make fun of things that I think is funny to me. And I point it out to you and we're going to laugh at it. But I respect him as a man because he will pick up the phone and call me immediately. And that's not the first time that he called me. That's not the first time, and it definitely won't be the last. So shout out to King Simon, man. King Simon, he got my respect. You know what I mean? Just out of the fact that he's able to call me, as opposed to I got to hear it from someone else. King Simon keeps it
a buck.
That's right. He keeps it a buck. Shout out to King Simon. But anyway, let me get straight to this, family. Let me roll on to this real quick, family. At the end of the day, right? Okay, now how do I do this? Let me see. How do I do this? Okay. I think that's it right there. So listen. At the end of the day, let me see if I can work this real quick. At the end of the day, let me see if I can work it like this. Bam. Bam. Here we go. I want to try to get more room up in here for you. You know what I mean? So you can see. So at the end of the day, we are all familiar. We are definitely all familiar with this. We all familiar with this. You know what I mean? Definitely. We familiar with these hustles. You know what I'm saying? We definitely familiar with these hustles. These movie hustles. But people need to know that in reality, these movie hustles, Tariq Nasheed paid zero on these movies that everybody's so proud of. He paid zero. What I mean he paid zero is all of these movies was made from donations from those who think that their conditions can be better. Do everybody realize that? Tariq has no job. So somebody is supplying him with money, or he's selling something for the grift, or flip side of that, he's getting donations. Now, this is why, the reason why this is so important is because he seemed to want people to believe that he's in the uplifting business. When you're in the uplifting business, it's never a take. It's reciprocal. Everything is for sale with this guy. Everything. And as I break this down, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. I want you to look into the psychology of what I'm about to say in a second with these slides. There is nothing that Tariq has presented that he has paid for with his own hard-earned money, getting it from the mud. Nothing. Everything that Tariq has produced, that people are saying that Tariq did this and Tariq did that, he did it on the back of those who chose to make a donation. You understand what I'm saying? This is a fact of the matter. This is the fact of the matter. Now that we got that established, let's run it on down. From the movies, from the book, all of this stuff. He never says how much he sold, so you never know the profits. You never know the profits. Family, he even got stuff that you never even heard of he was involved in. Anybody heard of Wilmington on Fire? You know what I mean? He got stuff you're not even aware of. Movies that flopped, where he was the associate producer. He got stuff you never even heard of. He's been selling people concepts for years. I mean, for years. And he's been reproducing ideas with people donation money. This is for the new people coming in. Because the next time he asks for a donation, the question should be, what have you done with the profits from all of these years, family? Look at this. And everybody remember More Us? The More Us app? He went on a More Us tour. He was a Moor at one time. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Everything is for sale with this guy. I'm telling you, this is the most nickel dime flip hustler, Rolls Royce driving swindler, grifter that you will ever meet. That you will ever meet. He changes every year. Let me tell you something. The way that you can find out if someone is a scam, if someone is a swindler or a grifter, they change real frequently. Like when you met me, I was a Moorish American. When you decide not to watch again or we ride until the wheels fall off, I am a Moorish American. It's just what it is. I can't wake up and be something else that I'm not. This is who I am. But he was a Moor, at least trying to sell from the Moor brand. You follow me? There you go. Hidden Colors 4. The Moor Lecture Tour. This 2016. This is not that far away. And you have to remember, that everything that he's about to sell, he's going to do a promotion on that. This is why with the new deodorant, he's talking about roots now. He's talking about roots now because the new deodorant has to be sold. So now he's talking about roots. When he was trying to sell these DVDs and a lot of the information was about Moors, he was selling the Moor concept. I hope I'm not yelling too much. He was selling the Moor concept. So anytime he's about to sell and he's about to grift, he's going to give a presentation, something associated with that. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? He's pimping. You know what I mean? He's pimping the game, and he's pimping the people who's going to support him. Hurry up and buy! You know what I mean? So with that being said, the Moors app, what happened to that? He never sticks with anything because once the quick lick is gone, pause, he's on to another one. It's like bank robbery. You can't keep going into the same bank. So eventually you get caught because you go from one bank to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other until you get caught. See, now he's getting caught because Moorish World TV is following the breadcrumbs of all of these grifts that never materialized. Listen, fam. From the time that you got on Facebook, Facebook has been Facebook. They adjusted, they modified, they advanced, they unfolded to what you see today. It may not be as popular to some, and it may be more popular to others. Nevertheless, it's still Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's still Facebook. The More Us changed into the FBA app. Anybody remember the FBA app? He just keep changing over and over and over again. This is how you know it's a grift, because it keeps changing, family. And because he doesn't have a job, a real legitimate job, like he's not a movie producer like a Spike Lee. He's not like a Spike Lee. You know what I'm saying? Claim to be producing, but he's not like a Spike Lee. Spike Lee may get contributions from people to help produce movies like Malcolm X, on and on and on. But guess what? Spike Lee has a track record that can be quantified, qualified, and examined by the way of ticket sales. Tariq doesn't have that. Tariq doesn't have that. Tariq was a YouTuber before there was YouTube. What I mean is that he produced these things and he was the sole proprietor of these things, with no association with anything legitimate as it relates to a corporate structure to be a movie producer. This is what people have to understand. People may get, listen, it's kind of like, let me give you an example. This is a good example. Anybody ever watch Smack DVD? Anybody ever watch Smack DVD? Anybody ever watch Forbes DVD? Any? Let's deal with Smack DVD. Smack DVD was a DVD with Smack White used to go into the hood and document everything that goes on in the hood. And every once in a while, he would catch a battle. It wasn't about battling in the beginning. He would just document hood stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't all about battling in the beginning. The battling part of the videos caught on. Smack has built an empire off of battling now. He unfolded, he evolved, and now he has a corporate structure, whereas though his brand, URL, is known anywhere, everywhere, and made a lot of people rich. It made a lot of people rich, made a lot of people stars, made some people household names to this generation. Charlie Clips is a household name to this generation. Loaded Lux is a household name. Murder Mook is a household name because Smack White was able to take this brand and unfold it, and he had confidence and faith in it, but it was just a DVD walking in the streets at one time. It was just a brother walking in the streets at one time with a camera. So that shows you he have investors now. He got cigars, he got clothes, he got all sorts of investors. Those are not his things, but it has helped to push his brand. You understand what I'm saying? Daylight, exactly. So what I'm saying is the way that you know that this is a grift is because there is no real corporate structure. Whenever Tariq show a commercial at the beginning of his live stream, that goes into his pocket. That doesn't go into a corporate structure to build a brand. You feel me? That doesn't go into, and this is how you know it's a grift. FBA is a grift. All of it is a grift. You follow me? All of it is a grift. And this is why these shows are so important. So we know what the grift look like, because after Tariq, there's going to be somebody else. I mean, after Tariq, there's going to be somebody else trying to run the same thing to an ignorant generation that haven't seen this play out. But we here. And we here, like, we don't, see, let me tell you about me. I don't care what somebody say about me. Doesn't make me a difference. You know what I mean? Doesn't make me a difference. Oh, you keep talking about Tariq. Yep, you keep saying it. You keep saying it, I'm going to keep doing it. You keep saying it, I'm going to keep doing it. Because there's many people that don't understand this process that's happening within our society. And I'm talking about our microcosmic society within the larger society. There's a group of us that do have hope, that buy into these things, but they never get the benefits that they purchase. They never get the freedom that they buy. They never get the feeling of anything that is sold to them on the back end. They always be on the losing end. Therefore, we got to do what we got to do. Got to do what we got to do. Now, with that being said, this fool even sell glasses, you know what I mean? And not so long ago, he was in a live stream on his trying to promote his event at the museum, and somebody said, "Oh, I like them glasses. What kind of glasses?" "Oh, these are Gucci." You used to make Tariq Elite glasses, but you fronting that you got Gucci. What's wrong if he just get paid and mainly he fought? Let me see what Boom say. What's wrong if he just gets paid off of YouTube? Mainly he fought different way, make money. No, there's nothing wrong with getting, I think you're missing a point, brother. There's nothing wrong with getting paid off of YouTube. The wrong is when you're using this idea that you are awakening people, that you are uplifting people, when in fact you're just creating that as a dragnet to use that as your resource or your purchasing source. Let me bring it down, bring it back to you. Let me break it down and bring it back to you. All of this conscious stuff is just a dragnet to bring people in. For one thing it's going to do, if we ever go, let me talk to you for a minute. Let me talk to Boom for a minute. If you believe that we are oppressed as a people, right? If there's any chance on God's green earth that we will come out of this oppression, It's going to come from people that talk like us. It's going to come from people that have a concern about the state in which we exist. Whichever way to stop, slow down, or halt that progress, whichever way can that happen besides having someone in the midst to be able to get the temperature on what exactly is going on. And in the process, use that same collective that you claim to be helping to liberate, throw a dragnet for they can provide for your living and your cost of living and your lifestyle. But the bigger thing is that he is a fox in the hen house. He's a fox in the hen house. The bigger thing is to bring information back, to have the pulse on who's actually moving towards true liberation. You understand? That's what it's really about. The byproduct of that is he has to eat. So he's getting paid here and he's getting paid there, but the dragnet helps him to live in the lap of luxury while he's working to distribute the information back. Because he doesn't live in these areas that are affected. He doesn't walk with people that are affected. He doesn't have a track record with those who are being oppressed. He's associating himself being oppressed because of oppression that happens. He associated himself with white supremacy because of what white supremacy is going on. But he doesn't deal with white supremacy. He doesn't deal with that. When? When he was on the Jay Leno show? When? When he was on Viacom? When? He doesn't deal with white supremacy. When? When does he deal with white supremacy? When? Come on. So this is the point of these conversations that we having. This is the point of the conversation that we having. Most people that deal with white supremacy are those that are in corporate America and they are too black for the establishment, or those that is on the bottom of the economic ladder and they have no economic to really fight back. This guy is neither. This guy is neither. This guy won't even verify his name before he came up with Tariq Nasheed. He won't even verify that. So anybody that talking crazy, why are you talking about Tariq? Man, find out his name first. He won't even verify his name before he was given the name Tariq Nasheed. He want to talk about the history of hip hop. Why don't he talk about the history of him in hip hop? How about that? Because if he talk about the history of him in hip hop, you will find out that was when the time when the people pulled him in and they was trying to get him to infiltrate the gangster rap era. Huh? But he want to talk about the history of hip hop. Let's talk about the history of Tariq Nasheed. Let's do a biography on Tariq Nasheed. How about that? How about that? See, everybody that wanted to defend Tariq Nasheed, ask him the real questions about who he is. And then you will see him get nervous. Then you can come talk to me. But until then, no, this must go on. This must go on. Ask him some detailed questions. You know what I'm saying? Ask him some detailed questions. Ask him some real detailed questions. You know what I'm saying? What happened that made you go from Detroit to Alabama? Uh-huh. Who was your father? Let's get into the biography. Nah, don't ask me nothing. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. Now, this is for the people. This is for the people. I could be doing something else, but I know that this is important, especially from a social media perspective. Family. He tried to sell the people cologne. Anybody remember that? Biscuit cologne. And who did he use as the image to sell his cologne? Always selling something. Always selling something. Why? Because he has commanded an audience, whether it was from the player nonsense or from the conscious nonsense, and from that, he's going to sell something. Why? He has no job. He has no real marketable skill. So all he's doing is taking the money that people donate, reinvest for himself, and it makes people think that he's doing something for the people. But this is financed by the people. This is financed by the people. Family, Tariq was selling button-up t-shirts at Tariq Elite. All he did was change the name to FBA. It's the same hustle. Family, it's the same hustle. It's all he did was change the name. That's it. So all he did was change the name. He went from Tariq Elite to Flex to whatever. He just changed the name. Same hustle. Same hustle. It's the same hustle. You follow me? This is the same. He was selling button-up shirts, fam. Nobody buying this garbage. Nobody buying this garbage. That's why he drop it and go to the next, because no one buys this garbage. No one. No one buys this garbage. If people, listen, let me show you something. It's a guy right here in Baltimore. Anybody from Baltimore, they know I don't be lying. Anybody from Baltimore, even if some people from Baltimore get mad because they Tariq fans, they know I don't be lying. It's a guy here in Baltimore, right? Right off Wabash, if I'm not mistaken. Wabash and Northern Parkway. He sells socks. Real talk. He just sells socks. He be at the light. He sells socks. When the lights stop, he might have a sock in his hand, pack of socks in his hand, and he might have a t-shirt in his hand, but that's all he do. If you look to the right, by the tree in the midsection of the street, he got sacks, he got stacks and stacks of socks. So I tell my son one day, I say, listen, there is no reason for anybody to be struggling too bad in Baltimore. I said, you see that guy right there? He's been selling these socks for years. I said, do you think he's standing there selling socks or trying to sell socks that's not making no money? Or do you think he's making money? My son said he's making money. I said, absolutely, or he wouldn't be standing there. So that's what he's been doing for years, just selling socks at the light. I done bought something. I'm telling you. I remember one day I had to go to work and I'm looking for socks, and the wash machine must have ate the socks up. So I got on Mitch Max socks. And I seen them at the corner. I said, I won't have Mitch Max once I get out the shower tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't find no more socks. I'm telling you, I keep it a buck. I went and got me some. I rolled past him. Man, give me 2 packs of them, man. Give me 2 packs. That's right. I think I got like 2 for $6, 2 for $7 or something like that. But at the end of the day, that man is making money. So what I'm telling you, you can tell Tariq is not really making no money because he changes his hustle too fast. He changes his hustle too fast. He changes. Yeah, it's me. What up, sis? That's my sis right there. Yeah, it's me. All right. I had on Mitch Max sock. I had on 1 black and 1 white. All right. That's right. The wash machine like to eat them demonstration. This before sister arrived. But then the wash machine eat them demonstration. That's indeed. Man, dude. How my stream going tonight? Man, I did some house cleaning on my stream. Y'all know they was attacking me. Oh, man. Moochie Bass said, what is wrong with you, Grand Sheik? Oh, let me talk to you for a minute. Then we go get with this. Moochie Bass said, what is wrong with you, Grand Sheik? You still using Google? I said, Moochie, what I'm supposed to use? Moochie said, don't use Google. And Moochie Big gave me a trick. Moochie gave me a trick. He showed me something else to use, like Fox or something. You know what I'm saying? I can't give up the name right now because the people watching. I mean, Jasmine said, you look a hot mess. but Moochie gave me a trick. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, you got to change your search engine. You got to change your search engine. They didn't compromise your search engine. I changed the search engine, and I'm telling you, how my stream looking, family? And I got the bug, the camera. Trying to tell you, hold up. They put some type of bug in my camera. They put a bug in my camera. I got cameras on standby. Family, let me tell you something. When you give a donation to Grand Sheik Tahaka Bay, I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna make this stream worthy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a cable bill, if you got an internet bill, you got a cell phone bill, then in reality, you're paying somebody for information. So don't be mad if you help Brother Tahaka Bay out. Because when something go wrong, I jump right on it. This is a pretty good camera. This is the camera I used to use. I'm not going to say the camera that I'm using now because this camera got a bug in it. How it got a bug in it, I don't know. But it doesn't. It flickers and it stops. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my older cameras, but I got them on standby. So I just want to let you know that, family, if you support the channel in any way, shape, or form, share the video, Cash App, anything, family, I put it right back into here, and I appreciate you. That's why I always put the thing up there and say, thank you, and I appreciate you because I really do. It gives me the ability to jump up and say, man, they done got me. Boom. I got to get another computer. Boom. I got to get a new. Because doing this is real risky. You know what I'm saying? They send bugs at you all the time. They send them at you all the time. You know what I mean? And somebody say uninstall and reinstall. I tried that and it did not work. I tried that. I tried every Logitech driver. It just didn't work. So I just got rid of it and and found out that there was a bug. And I went and got me a different type of camera. But with that being said, I want to thank Moochie Bear.
Hurry up and buy!
Anyway, I want to thank Moochie Bear for putting me on. Moochie Bear be investigating, and he don't play. He don't play, so I appreciate it.
Hurry up and buy!
Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, family, let's get on down the road with this. So the point that I'm making about Tariq Nasheed is that he's always hustling. And one thing that we got to pay attention to, he's even selling people on this black identity idea. Like this FBA thing is no different than the black identity grift. And I'm not talking about the black identity stuff that the government be talking about. I'm talking about it's a black identity grift. Let me tell you one of the biggest grift that's going on right now that people are not aware of. You know what I mean? You know one of the biggest grifts that's going on right now that people are not even aware of, and it's right before their face. Tariq is aware of it because he got people on his team that employ him, and they watch this type of thing. One of the biggest grifts in our community is identity. This is why you got Hebrews. This is why you got Moors. This is why you got Christians. This is why you got Al-Islam. This is why, and they use all of these things to try to set in motion battles, wars, and fights amongst each other. So while we're fighting, they can have their hand in the cookie jar. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And so they add ADOS, they add FBA, they add all of these new things. Indigenous, they add, and anybody that jumps on these things and try to say one water is wetter than the other, they might be an agent, they might be a part of the greater problem. If one says that FBA water is wetter than a Nigerian water, they might be an agent. I tell you again, if one says that the Puerto Rican water is wetter or not as wet as the water over here, they might be an agent. If they start fighting over whose ice is colder, you already know that it's something going on. I'm telling you, family, don't believe me. Watch how it play out. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, if you watch how it play out. And so So that's one of the biggest grifts that's going on right now. The comedic. See, me, I don't care what you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that we are all Moors genetically nor proclaim. I don't believe that we are Hebrews. I believe that many of us is a little bit of everything to get down to the nitty gritty. I believe that many of us are a little bit of everything. And I believe philosophically, many of us can adopt to any philosophy as long as not all the way far to the left. I mean, as long as it's building and getting us out of this condition of whether it's mental, whether it's emotional, whether it's spiritual or financial, I think we can grab a little bit from everywhere if we wanted to, but we should be just identifying that which we can identify with and be comfortable with. But it's nothing to fight over. It's nothing to fight over. So when you see them start pushing the fight thing, you already know that somebody has put the Mickey in the drink. Start fighting over whose ice is colder. Somebody put the Mickey in the drink. And so this FBA thing is no different. This is why Tariq Nasheed wants to get into the conversation about Busta Rhymes saying that they invented hip hop. Man, listen, why don't he debate Busta Rhymes? Just debate him. He don't want to debate him. He want to make profit from it. That's what he want to do. He want to make profit from it, and he want to try to underscore that he knows something that don't nobody else know. But everybody knows how hip hop come and develop here in the United States of America in New York. It's not nothing to fight about. If people choose to say that, so what? I mean, debate it, have a discussion. But you start talking about these tethers trying to steal hip hop. Look at these tethers want to be like us. See, when it gets to that point, that's when you know that the European has his hand in the cookie jar every single time. Every single time he got his hand in the cookie jar. Because we as a people, right, we will sit there and watch the Democrats and the Republicans beef with each other during election season. But at the end of the day, you will see Bush, you will see Cheney, you will see Obama, you will see Clinton, and you see all of them going out to lunch together because all of them have an agenda and they just have different ways to get to that agenda. And one of the common agendas amongst the political parties is to keep the elite, Tariq elite, to keep the elite on top and keep you at the bottom. They just have different pathways of getting there. And so the Democratic Party have a pathway to getting there. The Republican Party got a pathway to getting there. The Green Party, the Independent Party, they have pathways to getting there, but they all going towards the same destination. They're going towards the same destination. The rich live while the poor die. The powerful live while the powerless die. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And when those are under those Negroes that are under the rich and the powerful Europeans, they feel as though they're equal to this European until that European chin check them. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, in between time, they will be checking us for the European. In other words, they will be causing confusion, causing division, reporting back to the European, reporting back. And I'm speaking of the oppressive European. I'm not talking about Billy and Jack that kiss their poodle and kiss their dog in the mouth and drink Budweiser and smoke Marlboros every night. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them that the cat lick their butt and then they kiss the cat in the mouth. I'm not talking about them. They ain't worrying about you. They just want to sit back and drink their Budweiser and eat their Subway sub every once in a while. They ain't worrying about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the powerful, the one that got the money. I'm talking about the one that got the political power. Those are the ones. You know what I mean? Those are the ones. That's what I'm talking about, Steve. Man, they ain't worrying about you, man. They want to drink Bud Light. That's right. You know what I mean? Like a European I used to work with back in the day. His name was Billy. And I remember back in the day, I said, Billy, you come to work drunk every day, Billy. I said, but you be handling your business. I said, Billy, how you drink like that, Billy? I said, what you drink? I drink Jack. I say, man, you drink Jack before work. I was working at a convenience store. I said, you drink Jack before work? Yeah. I said, man, I tried to drink Jack one time, man. It was years ago. I said, I tried to drink Jack one time, man. Man, that's some strong stuff, man. I can't handle that, man. I said, I really like Hennessy with a twist of lemon on the rocks, and let the not the stones now, but let the ice. This is back in the day, early back in the day. I let the ice melt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I said, man, but you drink it straight like that. He said, oh yeah. Let me tell you, he called me Toronto, you know my name, Toronto. His name is Toronto Johns. He called me Toronto. He said, oh yeah, Toronto. Oh man, after the first one is kind of rough. It goes down kind of rough, but after that, the rest goes down like water. I said, good. I said, what'd you say, Billy? Oh, yeah, the first one goes down kind of rough. But after that, the rest goes down like water. See, those type of Europeans ain't worried about you, man. They're not worried about you, man. You know what I mean? They don't care about you, man. It's the ones that got the power, that got the money. That's the ones that you got to worry about. They got some political power. That's funny to me. And I tell that story all the time, man. Billy was a drunken fool, man. Good goodness and gracious. Shoot, he gonna come to work. He got his hair soaking wet, combed to the side, looking like a grease boy back in 1969 with an 80 style dress, man, Wranglers on and everything. He ain't worrying about me, man. He wasn't trying to impress or oppress me. You know what I mean? He ain't care. But with that being said, family, but now, the people that Tariq worked for, now that's a different story. That's a different story. But let me share this with you. Another thing that we got to pay attention to is the hypocrisy. While he's trying to push this identity thing of the FBA and the white man, this, that, and the third, while he's trying to push all of that, right? We got to pay attention to things like I'm about to show in a second. Let me fix this real quick, just to be sure. They talk about white supremacy all the time, right? But in fact, they perpetuate white supremacy more than the white supremacists do. In other words, I'm about to show you in 1 second. Let me just do this real quick just to be on the safe side. In other words, where you go at? Bam. Here we go. 1 second. Let me throw this up here real quick. Bam. Let me see something real quick. I just want to see if I can just do it like that. Let me just throw this up here like that. Bam. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to do something real quick. I ain't really worried about it, but I gotta do it. Let me do it. Bam. Hey, what happened? All right, I'm gonna do it this way. Give me 1 second. Because I want to show y'all something real quick. All right, there we go. Bam. All right. There we go. There it is. Bam. Now, let me turn it just a little bit. So while they're talking this white supremacy thing, right? And everybody's falling victim to this white supremacy conversation, they actually go on living their life normal. I mean, they talk about the European. You see what I'm saying? But they sit up there and they celebrate all of the pagan holidays that the European has given them. You know what I mean? Walking around with bunny ears, searching for eggs, laying eggs. But they'll tell you that the white supremacist. You know what I mean? The white supremacist. But they will perpetuate the customs of the white supremacists, you know what I mean, the capitalists, and then tell their audience about the white supremacist. You see what I'm saying? But they will perpetuate everything that the quote-unquote white supremacists have decided that is something that is good for you. Do you follow what I'm saying? And that goes for all of the little holidays. You feel what I'm saying? They a Tuesday. He claimed to be about a Tuesday and all of that. You know what I'm saying? He claimed to be a Tuesday and all of that. But at the same time, he created a holiday called a Tuesday. But behind the scenes, you know what I mean? He even kicked Santa Claus with a gay guy with high heels on. You follow what I'm saying? But behind the scenes, at the end of the day, this is what you get. This is what you get behind the scenes at the end of the day. You get people celebrating. You get people celebrating these holidays as if they have no consciousness whatsoever. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't have consciousness. They want to teach people to get emotionally charged about the white supremacists. They want to teach people to get all into your emotions about white supremacy. And while you're in their emotions, the next thing they're going to say is, can I get a donation? That's what they're going to do. The next day they're going to say is, can I get a donation? Because you're all in your emotions and you think that he's fighting for you. And you think that he's defending you and defending your cause. But in fact, no. That's to keep you in your emotions. That's to keep you divided against other brothers and sisters who also in the same fight that you're supposed to be in. And then on the flip side of that, they go home. You know what I mean? And when they go home and they do something totally different to what they have been telling people. Totally different. You know what I'm talking about? They do something totally different. They dress up in their outfits.
Good. I'm saving you a plate.
They dress up in their little outfits. You
Smothered pork chop, cabbage stew.
Good night. They dress up in their little onesie outfits. They teach that to their children. They don't take their children to the same place that they say is good for other people. You understand what I'm saying? If you say that the museum is good for other people and he gonna take his children now. Y'all hear what I say? Hey family, if anybody, we got almost 600 people in here. Now that I said he's gonna take his children to the museum, I want somebody to email me when he do it. To harkabay@gmail.com. He's going to take them now. He ain't going to have no choice because it looks crazy when you're saying that this is a museum and you're telling people that families and this and that can come, but you ain't bring your family there yet. Because if you did, most likely you would have took a picture because you take a picture with everything. You got to showcase everything. You know what I mean? You haven't even taken your own family to what you say is good for the people. That makes sense? That makes sense, Tariq Nasheedites. Nasheedites, where you at? Do that make sense? Do that make sense? That he say we have a museum, and a museum is a place where families go to learn things that they may not have known or to reintroduce themselves to things that they know. But you haven't taken your family since February, since it opened. All you had was parties. That's all you had. That's all you had. And a news crew there to try to promote that you probably paid for.
Good.
And you're eating gravy, cabbage, pork chop stew.
I'm saving you a plate. Too. Good. I'm saving you a plate.
Smothered pork chop gravy and gravy cabbage stew.
Smothered pork chop, cabbage stew.
Hey Shaka, she's saving you a plate.
Good.
I'm saving you a plate.
Saving you a plate.
Shaka, Stephen X, y'all getting a plate. I don't want you to say, don't save me none either. I'm good. I'm good. Stephen X, I'm good. But the whole point I'm making is, how is it that you can put up this pro quote unquote black front when behind the scenes you're dressing in Santa Claus onesies? Behind the scenes, you got your people with the cabbage pork chops too. Behind the scenes, you got on bunny ears. Behind the scenes, come on now. Come on now. Like, people need to wake up. You are being sold a grift. You are being sold a grift. 1,000%. 1,000%. Family, look, let's get into it. Let's get into it. You are being sold a grift. Family, what liberator? He's trying to market himself as a liberator. Family, he literally made shirts to clown Tommy, right? Right? Everybody know that, right? He literally made shirts to clown Tommy. Now, how many children in his audience actually is purchasing these dumb crispy shirts? He made the Angry Turtle app. He took their money and made an Angry Turtle game about me, and I just laughed. I really like it. I think it's genius that you're spending your money on stupidity. I think it's genius. I think it's genius on my part that I'm making you spend money on stupidity. See, you took it a step further with mine. You know what I mean? See, you bought a puppet for Crispy. But for me, you made a whole game that, man, the game ain't even go wood on the app ranking list. But that's okay. That's okay. You know what I mean? You helped me out with that one. I want you to make another one. Then he will make shirts, moist shirts, anti-moist. When, as people would say, the art of being anti-moist by looking moist, as somebody put up when he was selling the moist shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sell you anything. He like a crackhead. You know how crackheads sell you anything? I mean, listen, I be having stories like this for real, because I be round way. A guy come to Unity Hall. He see me working on the building. Unity Hall, our community center temple. He see me working on the building. He said, man, listen, man, I got some doors. I said, oh yeah, you got some doors? He said, yeah, I got some doors. I said, my man. I said, all right, what size are they? He said, I don't know. I said, all right, what you want for him? He said, let me get him. I ain't want much for him. Man, them drugs are serious, man. Bro came up there. He took the front door off of a abandoned house. And I said, bro, where you get this door? You just left. It only took you like 5 minutes. He said, I stay in the house around the corner. I had it in the house. I said, bro, you got this door too fast, bro. I said, where around the corner? I said, man, let me walk with you. So I walks with him around the corner. It's right behind Unity Hall. He done took the door off of the house. I said, bro, I don't want that door, bro. Bro, you tripping. I got some more stuff. I got another door. I said, nah, bro, we ain't doing these doors, bro. Few days later, he come to the Unity Hall. He come up there with a half a door. You know, like a half a door, like a bar. I'm like, bro, what am I going to do with a half a door? He literally came with a half a door. I say that all to say, Tariq is like that. He just a little bit more polished. He sell you anything. Anything. Man, this guy, he was something else. This guy was something else. He came up there selling me some 2x4s with nails in them. Like, bro, you got nails in the 2x4s, bro. I can't. What I'm gonna do with these? Man, you can bang the nails out. Man, listen, man. I just ask for $5 next time, bro. Don't bring me nothing else, bro. Don't bring me nothing else. Seriously, man. Listen, anybody that's from Baltimore, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Man, Baltimore do things different, man. And man, Man, anyway, this is what Tariq is. Tariq is a polished junkie grifter that don't look as if he's on anything. So he would just create something and sell it to people. And he doesn't care what you think about it, because once you decline, he'll just come with something else, and then something else, and then something else. So there you go. He's selling shirts that say moist. You know what I'm saying? He created a whole website for anti-moist. You see what I'm saying? He take donation money and take a whole website for anti-moist. You feel what I'm saying? He'll take videos from YouTube where those who are in the rainbow community, and he'll put it on the website. And then beneath that, he'll sell more products, his books, etc., etc. You follow me? He will even put a European on a cover for effect. You follow me? For effect. This is his post. And if you look real close, let me see if I can hit this real quick. If you look real close, maybe I can. He got, look at the fist he got up there. He tells on himself all the time. He tells on himself all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Every single time he tell on himself. But the Nasheedians, the Nasheedians are not paying attention. He put that up there. I didn't put that up there. I didn't put that up there. I ain't got time to read the comment, but the comment, somebody getting on him about it. He's selling hoodies with flags on them. On the Elite Show, he says, hold your own scrotum. Why is he making shirts talking about hold your own private parts? He will sell you anything. This is junkie stuff. This is crackhead stuff. This is crackhead stuff. This is polished crackhead stuff. Who thought that was creative? Who the heck thought that was creative? Hold your own. As if somebody was telling him to hold something. Who thought that was creative? Insane, family. Insane. Let me see it. Let me break it down so you know what HYON means. Let me break it down for you. This shows you this guy. This guy is definitely of the rainbow community on the low. Like, what grown man think that this is something? What grown man think that's? What grown man think like this is something that? Come on, this don't make sense. This is goofy, and these people are believing that he's fighting for reparations. This is goofy. This is goofy. Remember these shirts? When he was talking about the island, the same way he talking about the roots. Right now, he was talking about North Sentinel. North Sentinel. He was talking about that. Anybody remember that? He was doing this a few years ago. This before I was on his radar. Anybody remember this? He was talking about this heavy. This was during the Moorish time. Yeah. Somebody said, GS, that was his diss to black immigrants. Man, but what I'm saying is, who thought that was creative? Look at this. Remember, he was talking about this for a minute. He was talking about that for a minute, trying to push this brand. And everybody know I'm going to butcher this. Ogun. What I say? Ogun. We remember that. Everybody remember that. He's selling everything. I'm telling you, the museum next. Watch. Remember I said it. Y'all remember this? 1804 tees. Remember that? He's selling everything. Everything. This is what I'm telling you, fam. This is what I'm telling you. Look at this. Here's the cologne. Man, if these people don't realize that everything is for sale.
Hurry up and buy.
With Tariq Nasheed, they need to be gotten. They need to be gotten. Everything he's just selling. I like this post here. Tariq been trying to delete the photos of Zillow. This is the one that I found. I remember like it was yesterday, family. Listen to this. It was really, really funny when Tariq was purchasing the museum, and I remember that the museum wasn't $1 million. It wasn't $1 million. And how did he almost pay $2 million was beyond me. Because the Zestmate is usually accurate, and that's on Zillow. It's usually accurate. They could be off just a little, but they never really off that much. You know what I'm saying? They never really off that much. And it was just under $1 million. But all of a sudden he paid almost $2 million. You know what I mean? So it says, here is the square footage. How much y'all want to bet he's going to hire some immigrants to fix it up? FBA cult got pimped. You feel me? And I remember this. Look, I remember this. But somehow it disappeared off of Zillow. Somehow it disappeared. It disappeared off of Zillow, and next thing you know, he paid almost $2 million. Blew me away. It says Tariq might as well call this FBA playroom. He's going to use it as outdoor space for activities. But what activities you doing in a museum? Isn't that a parking lot? Why is the realtor hiding? This was somebody took when we first did this, and somebody grabbed this joint and they ran with it. You know what I mean? They ran with it. You know what I mean? But these are the things that the FBA need to be asking. They need to be asking these things. I mean, like, look at this guy. This dude, back then he was grifting then when he was doing Mac lessons, trying to look like he Miami Vice. It's all a show. Come on, wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up, people. It's all a show. And then one of the listen, family. One of the things that people really need to start paying attention to is how do you come up with a flag here, sell it, abandon it for your Melanoid nation. Then you come up with the maroon flag. You don't even talk about that anymore. Sell that as best you can, t-shirts, etc., then abandon it. Basically abandon it. It's still on the website, I would imagine, but you just abandon it. Then you get this one, and then you also get this one in black. Now, the question is, how often do you change flags? What do these flags represent? What do these banners represent for real? We know what it represents. It represents a hustle. FBAs need to wake up. Everything is for sale. Everything is for sale. Those who bought this probably didn't buy this. And those that bought this most likely bought this. But my point that I've said in the beginning of the show is that those that bought this Melanoid Nation flag, those that bought this Melanated Nation flag, most likely they probably had caught on before he came up with this flag. And so a whole new group would buy this maroon flag. And then when he come up with the FBA flag, you would want to think, which I doubt because he did it real fast, you would want to think that the maroon group would catch on and not purchase this flag because they know that it's a grift. So the purpose of Moorish World TV is to remind people that he sold you this flag first. And he never explained why he went to this flag. Then he sold you this flag and never explained why he abandoned this flag. You follow what I'm saying? So Morris World TV is here to remind you. He's here to remind you that this is nothing more than a grift. And he's going to continue to sell you stuff over and over and over again. That's it. That's what you're there for, FBA. You are his personal bank account. When he's needing of something, he's going to sell you something or ask for a donation. That's it. He's gonna make a movie. He's gonna pay get about 10 people up there, pay him about $1,500 a piece. He then grifted you off the $80,000, pay them about $1,500 a piece. Go on, find an editor on Craigslist, as I've reported before. He's gonna find an editor on Craigslist. Once he get all the filming done, he's gonna film it himself. He's gonna get the editors off Craigslist to piece it all together, and then there you go. He probably spent $20K, and he got you over 250, 260K. There you go. There you go.
Hurry up and buy!
That's right. And then he gonna make you buy something. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. This guy here, yeah, he on one. He on one. Now, some of the things that he need to answer up for before I get out of here is he never ever answered up why he was refused into the UK. He never answered. Yet, we know that he has been to the UK before. I am in Birmingham, England right now for the premiere of 1804. This probably was in 2017. But why here was he refused? He never answered these questions. These what the Nasheedians have to ask. Why was, and it wasn't because of no hidden colors. No. You can't go for that. But why didn't he follow up? He never followed up. He never followed up. He never followed up. He tell people stuff and he never follow up. He put the banners on the highway and said, the white supremacist says Tariq Nasheed, this and that. He never follow up what happened. He spray paints the Hidden History Museum and throw custard on it. He never follow up. He never follow up. He never tell the people anything. You know what I'm saying? So how was he banned from the United Kingdom? Why? He will never follow up. And then remember this. Anybody remember this? Suspected word database. Anybody remember that? He was trying to get people to fill up a database of all the white supremacists that they encountered. In fact, this was a data connecting situation, website. What he would do is he was going to have everybody who dealt with white supremacy put their name in that data in this as if they reporting and highlighting white supremacy, but he's collecting data to return or to turn that stuff in the same way I say Grandmaster Jay did. The same way. Grandmaster Jay said, send in your ID, send in your et cetera, et cetera. He did it all over Instagram. This app or this website right here, where he was telling people to register and share those white supremacists that you have encountered. Now, what does that do? That gives you a database of those who may be upset, those who may have been rubbed the wrong way, those who might even retaliate for white supremacy to put them in the scope. Press 7 if you understand what I mean. Put them in the scope. You put them in the radar. If someone is super mad and they follow Tariq Nasheed, they've been treated bad at the grocery store, they've been cut off at the traffic, and they got a tag number, or they got a picture, they got whatever, and now they can go to this website, put it in there, and now those who want to try to deal with those that may even think about doing something, now you're in the radar. You're right in the scope. You're right in the scope. So why would anybody in their right mind register with a Tariq Nasheed to report their experience with white supremacy? He's just collecting data. He's just collecting data. And people don't understand. Grandmaster Jay did the same thing. And this is why after Grandmaster Jay went to jail, a lot of other people, which I don't believe he's in jail at this point, just like Tariq or the guy Marcus Sanders, I don't believe he's in jail. But at this point, my point that I'm making is at this point that they got all the information that they need. If you try to buck, they got you. They got you. Man, this man has been a grifter for a long time. Look at him. He will sell people anything. He got the European model in the crispy shirt. You know what I'm saying? Making fun of a dark-skinned brother with a European model. I mean, you can get mad at Tommy all you want, but man, you supposed to choose differently when you start putting European models in the thing. I'm gonna bring y'all a bomb real quick. I mean, I'm gonna drop something on y'all. Listen to this, family. All of this been a hustle. All of this been a hustle. All of it. I can't see how people can't see through it. But now let me show you something, family. Before I get out of here, and we're going to go over this later. We're going to do this on a later show. Y'all ready? We're going to go over this on a later show. Tariq Nasheed is the type of person where he has multiple accounts on YouTube and he has multiple websites. Y'all ever notice that every time he's about to do something, a website come right up? Anybody ever notice that? They come up real fast. Well, he already have the websites pre-made. You know what I mean? And now he's being financed because he's not this bright. There's some brains behind him. These are all of his websites, allegedly. Let me show you something. These are all his websites. And he got more. And he's got more. We're going to go over that later. But let me share. I'm going to break one down to you real quick. Let me break one down. Elite cologne, elite for women, elite for men. Let me downsize it for you. So, oh, my bad. I want to show you something real quick. These are his websites. Let's see if you can read them. He got ismradio.com, Kingflex Entertainment, MacLessons.com, MacLessonsRadio.com, Melinda Brown, Dukin.com, officialupa.com, PickDorm.com, pornskim.com, seducedatetwin.com. I'm going to stop right there. Family, we're going to cover that later on a later date. I'm showing you right now that Moochie Bear is the best research here with Brother Tahaka Bey. We're going to talk about that later. We got the goods. This is why Tariq Nasheed will never mention me. It wouldn't be in his best interest because he know if I put this out, I must got much more. Plenty more. Family, I want to thank everybody for your support. This was a beautiful test show. This was only a test. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Let me see something. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Hopefully everybody just share this one time because we shadow ban like no other. And I thank you, each and every one of y'all, for being here with me.
Hurry up and buy!
Check 1, 2. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time to expose the frauds. Yeah. It's time for us to go hard. Yeah. It's time to expose the frauds. What? It's time for us to go hard. Yeah. It's time to expose the frauds. Yeah. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody gonna deceive me. Deceive who? Deceive you. Never on my watch. Time to cook, pull out the pot, turn up the heat, let's make it hot. Don't be tripping on them frauds when you're rolling with the guard. Nate Crip, Sonny Boxing, Abu X, and Sean, Yasmin.
We don't need that negativity.
Ishmael Bay and Zinsuna. Anybody they can get it if they tripping on the family.
I don't tell that.
Investigating all the Go check my record and please don't front.
Leave a lid on my wig. Come on in. On the count of 3. Thumbs up. Share. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up.
Lose Shabazz and Grand
Thumbs up.
Box your car, box your hotel, box your plane ticket, box your arena, box your stage, box your sound system, box you that when you cash apping me in the midnight hour, getting this and that, like I'm a human government. Nobody give me donations here. Nobody pay my way.
Take a breath for a second.
All my money is
Let me answer that. Let me say something to you.
But we waking up.
On the count of 3, hit that thumbs up button, share. 1, 2.